Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel and tap that notification bell like this video. That helps me to keep making videos. I appreciate it majorly. So, there's a story here. This is Galveston, Texas, which is like a shore town, I think, outside of Houston. There's Galveston right there, and there's Houston. This is being reported today. I don't know when the actual incident took place where a man was, he was being led by an officer or a couple officers on horseback. He was handcuffed and was being led by a rope, and naturally, this image, people were shocked by this, a white officer on horseback leading a black man in handcuffs by rope. You know, it's definitely shocking. Just the police department has more or less said that the officers didn't necessarily do anything wrong. Basically, there was no transportation unit available. I guess a car, a police car to move him. I don't know how far he moved. This individual like that. And he was in handcuffs. As you can see, he's handcuffed behind the back, and the rope was attached to the handcuffs. The police department said this is used in certain circumstances, for like crowd control, and I guess when you're inside a large crowd where you can't get a police vehicle, to transport a person. So basically, the police department conceded that they used this technique incorrectly, but basically said the officers, they had no malintent, there was no malicious intent into this, and that they just didn't have a transportation vehicle to move the individual. So, but they basically, like I said, they concede that this was not a proper use of the technique, and that they won't use it. They won't be doing that again, basically. So he was being arrested for criminal trespass at 306 22nd Street. Criminal trespass, I believe, is kind of like breaking into a place. It's not just trespassing. The officers are identified. The individual is Donald Neely. The officers Broche and Smith. And it says it appears. This is from the Galveston Police Department. It appears the man is being led by officers holding a rope tied to the man's hands. Is that accurate? No, Mr. Neely was handcuffed, and a line was clipped to the handcuffs. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. But where was the man being led to? Mr. Neely was being led to 21st and Market, where the mounted patrol unit was staging from. So he was transported basically one block, it looks like, maybe a couple. Were the officer body cameras on at the time this man was being detained? Yes, the body cameras were activated. So there's body camera footage of it. Apparently, according to his sister, he's mentally ill and homeless. She wasn't happy with the picture, and that's pretty much the whole story. But it's definitely, I think, anyone who sees that, it catches your attention for sure. So Galveston police are responding to uproar over a photo posted on Facebook showing a man being led by officers on horse using a rope. You don't even do a dog like that, said Sherry Kelly, visiting the island from Spring, Texas. I guess I don't care. That's inhumane. Donald Neely, 43, was arrested by the Galveston Police Department on Saturday. Okay, so it happened Saturday. Accused of criminal trespass at 22nd Street and Mechanic. Police say the officers led him around the corner of 21st and Market, where the mounted patrol unit was staging when the photo was taken. Some commented online that it appears the rope was tied to the suspect's hands. The police department says the suspect was handcuffed and the rope was clipped to the handcuffs. And the department identified the officers as Broche and Smith. They were wearing body cameras, which were activated. According to police, Neely's sister was upset when she saw the photo. She tells ABC 13 he is mentally ill and homeless. Police say the officers do not face discipline. And, this person was just a bystander who happened to see it, but they also posted. I don't know if that's took the photo, but they also posted this alongside of it, which I think that's an image of a slave, from, a drawing. So the Galveston Police Department's, in addition to this, basically said, we became aware of an arrest Saturday involving two mounted patrol officers and how the arrested individual was transported. Transportation unit was not immediately available at the time of the arrest, and a man was handcuffed and escorted beside two police officers on horses. While this technique of using mounted horses to transport a person during an arrest is considered a best practice in certain scenarios, such as during crowd control, the practice was not used correctly in this instance. Although this is a trained technique and a best practice in some scenarios, I believe our officers showed poor judgment in this instance and could have waited for a transport unit at the location of the arrest. My officers did not have any malicious intent at the time of the arrest, but we have immediately changed the policy to prevent the use of this technique, and will review all mounted training and procedures for more appropriate methods. Chief Vernon Hale. All right, well, that's the story there, man. That is the story there. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I will see you in the next video. Later, man.